Welcome, guys, to the AppalachiaTCG podcast. I'm your host, Big John Howarder at the Smango, and with my co-host, Anthony Tony Carty, otherwise known as JustTake3 on YouTube. Go check him out. Our little community, AppalachiaTCG, this is our podcast, and today we are talking about the worst things about Commander, the Commander format, Magic the Gathering. Since we've both been playing a lot more, lots of things have come up lately. Even I've tried to figure out things. We're doing this remotely. Today we've actually got a spot to do in person with better equipment and stuff, but Tony's kids are sick, so he didn't want to leave the house and try to get anybody else sick in case he was doing anything. But today we're talking about the worst things we hate about Commander. And I'll just let Tony take it from there. We'll start with you, Tony. What's
I wouldn't say the worst thing about
Commander. Just things that aggravate us, but
it's funny when you sit down at a LGS or in our local group and somebody says, "Oh, I just got a slightly upgraded deck out of a pre-con." And it's not slightly. It's like it's evil.
I have all kinds of things that's irked me lately, so I can rant on this all night. It's going to be a good podcast episode. I'm probably going to get a bunch of haters. They're probably going to call me fat or something in the comments and everything. It's untelling. They're going to get riled up tonight, or whenever they watch this episode. So what
for you, Alex?
Oh yeah, Alex is he is a Commander defender. Let's begin saying this, is I actually really like Commander. I think it's fun, but we're going to do a whole nother podcast after this one about the best things we like about Commander. But tonight, we are talking about the things that piss us off, basically, or aggravates us. It don't really piss us off, but it annoys us.
All I know about Commander is I never want to do another 6-person pod.
Yeah, even 5 takes a long time. All right. Let me get you started here. Let me get you started. I got a good one for you. Whenever you started playing Magic, and me too. Again, I played Magic before, but there was never I'd never played Commander until like this year. Or like I might have played it last year like once, but not now. Like I have experience playing Commander now.
Yeah.
Whenever somebody told you to play Commander, what did they say? Did they say it was casual?
Yes.
This is insane to me. Whenever I look back on it, I look back on people telling me that Commander is the most casual format there is, and now I just want to slap everybody that says that.
It's not casual. I think if you want to play a pre-con, it is.
I think it's casual in a sense, like it's fun. Like but I've been playing Magic the Gathering online and in person, and I don't know, and I know I got so many everybody's gonna hate me. Like I'm gonna get death threats from Alex, trivial encounters on Twitch and everything after this episode.
Check your break.
Check my break line. Yeah, I don't understand what qualifies as a high-powered deck, what qualifies as a low-powered deck. I think Commander is probably the worst format you could probably start somebody out on in Magic.
I would agree on that. I don't think it is a beginner format.
It is not a beginner format. It is. There's too much going on. It takes too long to learn the mechanics. Now, do I think Commander is great fun with your friends and family or whatever? Yes, I think it's a great game. But as trying to play online has been probably the worst experience for me. You'll even try to make a game on MTGO and say pre-cons only, and somebody will come in there and then like turn 3 they have like 50 lands and they got 50 elves or something like that. And I'm just like, I don't even know what happened. I can't even comprehend what did you do? Like they're just teeing off. They got everything in the world. And I'm just like, who's this fun for? But Magic's always been like, fun for me, not fun for you. If I'm having fun, you're not having fun.
Yeah.
Sort of.
Well, that's what's fun about it too.
Yeah. But I like for other people to have fun too. Like I don't know how anybody has fun playing against pre-cons in your like. Let's say that this is another pet peeve of mine is these power levels on the cards, because I have tried to research. I've asked on Twitter. I've asked people. I've asked them to define, like, tell me what makes the difference between a power level 4, a 7, and a 10, and then what's competitive EDH all of a sudden. Like, what it looks like if you've got the deck like synergized to pieces, you got all these mana crypts and everything in the world. Isn't that competitive at that moment? And a lot of people are leaving these 60 card formats to play Commander competitively, and they have taken over the casual out of the game, I think.
I think the only, and I've said this, in our local group with Alex and even with you, is I think if we're going to play Commander, I think everybody should be playing like a pre-con. And if you want to play a power game, then that's when the homebrews need to come out.
Yeah.
And I think LGS needs to be doing that too. Make a pre-con night or something.
That would be fun.
Because if you really look at it, and it's somewhat of a gripe with me, is Wizards don't make no real stuff for beginners anymore. It's only pre-cons and Commander.
I guess starter decks, but
I mean they're there, but they're really balanced to play with each other.
Mm-hmm.
Them two starter decks is really only balanced to play with them. So I mean, to play a random like any pre-con, and I love pre-cons, but when you go to buy a pre-con, I normally don't have $75, $100 to upgrade that pre-con.
Mm-mm.
And, and I'm just building a collection now, so I don't got all the cards, and if, Lord forbid, if I got on TCG player, I mean, I'd pay more for shipping than I would for the card. So,
yep.
I would like to see more LGSs and even in our local play group, let's make a pre-con only game. But so I think that's what would be fun. But how many people you want to get to go with it?
Yeah. So there is something called Rule 0, and that's before you sit down at the table. You need to ask what everybody's doing, what their plans is for this game. And you can't really do that online. You can just on MTGO, you could just like tag it like pre-cons only, but there's no way to stop somebody and they're not joining with something just ungodly.
Yeah.
But yeah, a Commander is not. It's not the funnest format of Magic. I don't think. I don't even think it's really the most. I'm gonna get hate for this, but I don't think it's the most competitive, at least fairly competitive format.
No.
It's competitive, sure. It's a card game. Do I think it's the most like balanced, competitive? Like you would, like a sporting event or like a fight or something like that. Of course, every team's gonna have a better player or something like that, but. Like, the rules are all the same. You're trying to get the teams to be evenly matched up sometimes. Somebody's going to have a better player or something. Like, that stuff happens, but I don't know. The balance of Commander is everywhere.
Yeah.
Like, there's no way to balance it. They won't ban nothing in Commander. They're allowing Uninfinity and Unstable, the unsets now in Commander, which they did before apparently, and now they banned it again. which I don't really mind the unsets being Commander.
Didn't
they did ban the sticker, dude.
Yeah.
They banned that. But at least it being 100 card singleton helps the unsets not be too crazy.
Yeah,
stuff, not making it too crazy. Like Commander's crazy already. Then if you're just going to allow everything from the stuff, then it's like I don't know. I like I say, it don't.
Well, I mean, Commander, it's one of them formats where it is, especially when you're playing with people with homebrews and stuff like that. I mean, it can get super fast.
Mm-hmm.
But it's funny, you mentioned, competitive Magic, and we like Pauper, and
Pauper is the best and most balanced format there is. They actually take care of it. I don't. Pauper is. I think Pauper is literally how Magic from the beginning they wanted it to be, and it still is. Like when they developed Magic, it's basically 5 colors. Then you have artifacts, and that's what they designed the game to be. And now, like, everybody just play. I mean, you can play other colors in Pauper, but I don't know what I'm getting at. But Pauper, it just feels like Magic to me.
Like, but it can get super fast.
It can. I mean, you're going to have good decks still in Pauper. They're going to be powerful, and Pauper decks can beat like competitive decks sometimes. It's according to card draw or competitive like standard decks or something like that. A good Pauper deck could beat a standard deck. I don't know about Pauper beating a competitive modern deck, but it would be pretty hard to do. I think a Pauper deck could stand up to a good standard deck, I think.
I bet if you made a Pauper/modern rat deck, you could probably win in that world. Because I've been looking at a few for modern and a rat.
Yeah.
And they qualify for Pauper. So, I mean, it would actually... Rats is super.
Another thing, pet peeve I have, or that annoys me in Commander, is I actually hate shuffling 100 card. It is the worst.
Oh, yeah.
It is not fun to shuffle. It is that 40 extra cards is just too much.
I've actually looked at getting one of them crank shufflers. You split the deck in half and put it in, and it just goes.
But shuffling 100 cards and then having the cards always slide everywhere sometimes, and it's just I don't know. I ain't trying to just like completely crap all over Commander. I think it's fun, and I actually really enjoy playing it. But it's not. I still don't think it's the best way to play Magic, and I just don't. I think from a competitive standpoint, I don't find it fun to be competitive in Commander. I find it the best way to play Commander to me is having fun. Of course, I want to win. Everybody wants to win. Okay, let's get over that. But I want everybody to have fun too. I don't know how anybody gets enjoyment out of putting Mana Crypt and just all these crazy combos and infinite combos. Which the infinite combo is one thing. When it's like if you're killing people on turn 3 in Commander, I don't understand how that's fun. I like the social aspect of Commander. And I've been told the only way that Commander is actually casual now is that casual actually means that it's a social event. Yeah. Like, it's social. When we played, it was like we was having fun, making jokes and stuff like that. That right there is the best way. And that's the funnest thing in Commander is having your friends. You got 4 people at least, and you're all just playing and having fun, and it's a blast. But playing Commander competitively is just I can't grasp my head around it. I don't know why you would want to. I don't understand. Maybe somebody in the comments that after they get done telling me I'm fat and ugly and I have a weird accent from Kentucky, they'll tell me why they really like competitive or CEDH. And I don't understand when you go from power level 10. Apparently there's a level 10 and a 9, and I cannot for the life of me know the difference. Like, is it a card that changes it? Is CEDH, is that when you're playing with Black Lotuses and Mox Opals and stuff like that? I don't know what is the cards that make this a competitive. What makes it competitive is because you got more interaction. I can't. Like, we've had Trivial Encounters link me a thing, and it literally helped me none. I was like, that's the most confusing thing I've ever looked at in my life. Like, he had the power levels on there, and I was just like, that helped me zebra. That just made me think it was even less casual.
Well, I think when you're talking about power levels, I think it's a series of cards of what feeds off of
what cards is it though?
It could be a number, right? Well, the bowl, Orcish Bowmaster, and some jellyfish made an infinite combo would kill.
So, is the infinite combo what makes it a level 10?
What I've heard, it does evolve around how many infinite combos you can pull, and you want a series of cards can trigger the same outcome.
All right, let's take this instance. Say I got a precon. Say I got one of the latest Bloomburrow precons. And you sat down, you got your Bloomburrow precon. You didn't upgrade yours at all.
Yeah.
I put 5 extra cards in mine. I put Mana Crypt. I change out a creature. I still have something, like I change out a few lands. What's our power level?
I would say most precons, how I understood it, runs from a 5 to a 6.
So I've played against a precon. We played against a precon the other day against some of mine was built from the ground up, and that precon Tarmogoyfed us to death.
Oh yeah.
And I'm assuming my deck's more powerful than that precon, but apparently it's not. And every one of us got wrecked.
Yeah.
So I
shouldn't have gave him that day to play.
I'm not salty that I got beat. I don't care, but I don't like. I felt like if my deck is made and I have better cards in it, and I'm sure I did. I mean, it's my deck was a Lathril deck, and you can't buy. Well, I guess you can buy a precon Lathril deck, but mine was not a precon. Like, I built it straight from scratch.
I was playing that Heads or Tails, so I mean Secret Lair.
But I don't like that deck popped off way more than 3 other players could do, and it was a precon. Is that just one of the better precons? Is it a power level 8? What's the difference between a power level 8 and a 7?
Well, apparently, I do know when you get past 7, that's when, what I've heard online and stuff, you're moving into competitive play.
Yeah.
And I know from 5 to 7 is kind of laid back.
Mm-hmm.
But now when you go past 7 into 8 and 9, now some people will argue them ain't even competitive. That's what
I'm talking about. So, I was told when I made me this burn down deck, and I put Blood Moon in it, and I got frowned upon real quick after putting that one single card in there.
Well, Blood Moon is basically a land destruction card, but
so
it don't destroy card.
Is land destruction is that what makes it competitive?
Well, I know land destruction is very frowned on.
Yeah, it is. But I like that one card. I mean, you still have land. but they all turn red if it's multicolored. And it kind of keeps
Yeah.
everybody from putting a bunch of multicolored cards in there. It's like
Yeah.
you can be real nasty in Commander if you want to. Like,
Yeah.
all I have to do is tell a little white lie and be like, I ain't got Blood Moon in here. Then the next, turn 6, I play Blood Moon.
Oh, that's like, what is that? That one, it's on the tip of my tongue. It destroys all island. I mean, that's a devastating part.
Yeah.
I mean, you have to be a very salty person to play something like that.
Oh, shoot. Listen, I don't know. I think with my online discussion and discussing with other people, like, my problem is I'm getting caught up in something being called casual, and it's technically not.
Yeah, I mean,
Even we asked some people, we went to the LGS, East Kentucky Cards and Collectibles, and we asked them, how should we build our decks? They're just like, put everything in it.
Yeah.
Build it as powerful as you can. I'm like, really? I don't want to, like, where's the limit here? That's what I'm saying. Like, Pauper kind of has a limit. You got the most you're going to spend is if you buy like a bunch of old cards that's on the reserve list and they don't have a lot of, printings. Yeah. Like you're going to get a good Pauper deck and paper. Now you can play a MTGO for like pennies. But if you play a good Pauper deck in person on paper, like the costliest deck's like $80. I mean, $80 ain't nothing, but now imagine how much you would spend playing competitive Commander, and you wanted the best deck possible.
Oh, perfect example. Go look at what is his name? He's a singer, Post Malone.
Post Malone, yeah.
Look at a few of his commanders. They range from anywhere from $5,000 to $8,000. I mean, he puts money in his.
Yeah.
But he also has the money.
I mean, so if you're playing competitive, is that when you start pulling dual lands in your decks and Black Lotuses or Mox Opals and Mox Diamonds and
actually, I think
all these turn zero stuff.
Actually, I think all the Moxes is banned out of Commander, and the Black Lotus is banned.
Oh, okay.
I don't think you're allowed to play with none of the Power 9. I think only format is the 94 format and Legacy. And even them cards is restricted.
Yeah, they're restricted.
But back, in 94, you could have had 17, 18 of one land or one card in. There was no limit on a play set.
There wasn't a 4-card limit?
No.
I thought there was. I never did play alpha or beta, so I don't know.
No, the play set didn't come till a little later. But if you go back and watch that cool video of the CEO at the time of Wizards of the Coast and that other one, or Garfield playing, I think it's Garfield.
Yeah, but, Richard Garfield is the.
But they
made magic.
They had 17 Mox Sapphires in their decks, and what was funny is you only had one creature card in the whole deck. Everything else was spells.
Yeah,
spells and lands in the original game. So look how much it's evolved.
Yeah.
I mean, it's crazy. It is.
I know if you're playing competitive, you want to have a lot of interactions, and it seems like, and I got more experience playing MTGO than I do in person. In person's way funner than playing online. Online is fun when people join my stream and then actually hear me talk and they're talking back a little bit, and that's what that brings back the social environment. And I love that. I think that's the funnest way to play Magic is just having fun with your friends. And, people online, and if they're talking back and stuff, it's fun. Like, I've had a bunch of subscribers lately just because I've been playing on MTGO. And that's just been fun, but it makes us all mad whenever I put, like, pre-con only, no upgrades, and then somebody comes in there, and there's no way to limit somebody. Like, there's no way for MTGO client to check to see if that deck is, like, pre-con only. I don't know why they don't add that. I'm sure they could. Daybreak could. Like a check. They need like a check. Like you have to have like this deck can't be modified and check or something.
I think that's what needs to go on especially if we're talking about newer players. And that's something I focus on my channel is trying to explain the simple and basic stuff.
Yeah.
Of coming in. And when you talk real world going out to LGS, I think the LGSs need to step up to a point and say, oh look, this is pre-con only. These section right here, abide it somehow.
Well, I think that's where the Rule Zero is supposed to come in effect. Like you're supposed to ask what they're playing. So you might have a deck that is supposedly high powered. I don't know if there's a way to really tell how fair somebody else's deck is. Like, unless you sit down and look at it and compare it, you're never going to know, I guess. That's why I say I don't even know what to look for. Like, if I looked at one of your decks that you built, and I looked at my deck, and I'm like, well, that deck looks fun, and it looks like it'd be good. I don't know how, like,
to gauge it.
I ain't got no clue. The power levels stuff makes no sense to me. It really doesn't. Because these Bloomburrow decks, they're coming out and they got good mana bases. They come out with Soul Ring and Arcane Signet already in them. And let's talk about Soul Ring for a minute and how broken that card is, and they won't ban it. That don't make any sense. Why is Mana Crypt and Soul Ring even allowed in Commander? Everybody knows it's broken.
Well, I think where it is a 100 card one single copy of the card, I think you need to have Soul Ring in a deck to have some form of a fast mana in it.
When you get a turn one Soul Ring and a Mana Crypt, you have 5 mana instantly, and it's like,
well,
I don't know. Like, how do you? That happens all the time, and with the mulligans, everybody tries to mulligan for a Soul Ring.
Yeah, but people don't do the mulligans right.
That's true.
Yeah, I mean,
you get one free from playing online anyway. You get one free mulligan.
Yeah, but if you're seeing a person keep mulligan,
they're supposed to do one last card.
Yeah, after the first one.
But I think Soul Ring. I obviously like Soul Ring, but it's completely broken. Let's be honest.
Oh, well, it is broken.
It's broken. There is a debate right now going on that Soul Ring's actually better than Mana Crypt.
I would agree with that. Because in Mana Crypt, you have to flip a coin to untap. And if you lose the coin flip, it deals you 3 damage.
Yeah, it does damage to you. And you always get the mana, I think, don't you? You tap it.
No. You tap it one time, and then you got to flip a coin to untap.
Okay.
And if you lose the coin tap, how I understand the card,
you take damage, yeah.
Yeah. So it ain't really broken. It's just an expensive card.
Mm-hmm.
But now with Soul Ring, I've always heard Soul Ring is technically the power 10.
Yeah, it feels like it.
Because the Soul Ring actually was in Alpha, Beta, and Unlimited.
So when I originally designed some of my cards, I didn't have Soul Ring, Arcane Signet to throw them in there anyway. And I was like, well, this is going to be fine. No, you can't keep up with somebody that has Soul Ring turn 1.
Well,
without a Soul Ring, like your deck is so much slower, it's ridiculous.
Well,
ridiculous.
You got Arcane Signet, you got Soul Ring, and you got Command
Tower.
Commander. Yeah. And them is the 3 basic. They're in every precon.
They just started putting all of them in there. They wasn't in there before because I have precons. They didn't have Soul Ring or Arcane Signets in them. They got a
Oh,
better
really?
mana base now. Yeah, like the Bloom Burrow, like from researching online and on Twitter, Bloom Burrow has been the best mana base for Commander. So that automatically tells me that these Bloom Burrow decks are coming out, and the power creep is up again.
I know that one you was talking about. We played against was mine, and it's a modern, modern 3.
Yeah, Modern Horizons 3, that was a good one.
Yeah,
Modern Horizons 3 is a premium set, though.
yeah, but I mean, Graveyard Overrun is a stupid deck if you really look at it. And it would have been worse on us, to be honest, if he would have switched commanders to the Undertaker. Because then we would have had to start milling cards.
Yeah. All right, give us another one of your most annoying things about Commander.
I just think when you show up, and that's my biggest argument, is when you show up and somebody's telling you, oh, well, they lie to you. And that's what it is. That's the individual lying to you.
Yeah.
And they're like, that right there is what kills me with the whole Commander side is I want to just play a slow game. I just want to, BS. But when it comes right down to it, they're playing for blood. I mean, wow. I mean, so I mean, and when you're trying to learn and pick up, because playing, we just really started playing Commander.
We really did. Like I've got more experience playing online though, so I'm gaining a lot more experience quick because I can just play on MTGO. And the thing about Commanders, it takes so long to do something.
Yeah.
Then I'm expecting more of a longer game too. Then all of a sudden somebody's popping off turn 3, and it's like, what do you do? Like you just lose. That's fine. I hate to sound like a little salty, B word, but I'm really not that salty at losing the game. I promise. I just like the flow of Commander. Just I don't know. It's so. I don't know how to take it. Like, do I go all out? I'm still confused. Do I go all out? Do I not go all out? Do I just make a deck for going all out? Then whenever, I want to play actual casual, I'll just use that deck. I don't know. I have a million decks. I guess I'm just going to have to upgrade one competitive and play it whenever I sit down with somebody.
I think good advice like that one dude told us we played that Pauper game with and played a Commander game with, and he's one was telling us, you just throw everything in.
Yeah.
I mean, what can go in and you throw it in. And I think that's the best advice I've heard about playing Commander.
Yeah.
And the good thing about that is you could, if you got a bag or good bag to carry your stuff in, you can label that the one or something and just stick that over to the side. And if somebody sat down, all 3 of them telling you, oh, I got this, and you're like, okay, I'm playing this.
So, everybody can just build a crazy stacks deck, and then, like, nobody would want to play the game, though. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, like I'm
build a Shieldred with, Winter's Orb and Ankh Signet, or Ankh, Mishra's Ankh, and, we could really do some stuff if we really want to, but do you want to be that evil? I guess we could. I don't know.
I want to build that deck as soon as I can get it Shieldred.
I'll let you borrow mine. Like, I'll just hand it to you when you build it. You borrow it to play it.
Yeah, I could borrow yours because yours is graded.
Yeah, you can just borrow it and use it.
Yeah, it don't have to get shuffled.
No.
Just tap. But what gets me is the people, and Alex is good for it. He'll fend for Commander, but at the same time, I mean, can you believe him? When you say, "Oh, I don't got this," or "I don't got that," "Oh, Alex, this is not feeling right. This is not feeling fair at all."
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
but I can have just as much fun losing as I can winning too, so it don't really
yeah.
matter.
I we'll make another podcast after this one about the best things we like about Commander. So today we're just
I
talking
know
about the worst or the most annoying thing. We don't really hate Commander. I actually enjoy it, but there's
there's
stuff
a
that
lot.
annoys me. There's a lot to learn. There's more to learn about Commander than I thought. But I
Well,
really
that's
don't understand how it's the most popular form. I mean, I kind of get it because you get more players. I think that's the best thing about Commander is you can have multiple players and it's really fun. That's the
I
best part
think
about it.
I think that's the nail on the head right there. Is
Ah, go ahead.
they're just so much of a learning curve.
Mm-hmm.
It's a very steep curve too.
Mm-hmm.
So, and it ain't like Popper. And I hate to bring up Popper with this, but Popper can get stupid real quick, but it's more simplified
Mm-hmm.
of doing it. Because you're allowed to have play sets. You're
Mm-hmm.
allowed to do all that. But with Commander, it's a one, and when you're playing with people, can just like you said, go off on turn three. I mean, even with Popper, you have to structure that deck to do that,
Mm-hmm.
and I
Um,
can't figure out how to take a single copy of a card and make it start popping off like that.
I tell you, a lot of people is pushing the one-on-one Commander, and I'm not a fan of that. I think honestly, Arena has the best idea for Commander, and I'm probably going to get hate for this. Is that Brawl? Because you
Bro,
standard Brawl, you still like. I think that keeps the game fresh too. It's
yeah,
like you have to use the latest cards, and
oh
that keeps
yeah,
the game fresh. The standard Brawl. I'd rather play like a standard like. When a new set comes out, I wish everybody would just get the latest commanders and play it instead of playing the same old commanders and using the same old cards. I think you should have to use new cards.
yeah.
Like if everybody has to use Bloom limited, almost like a limited like Bloomburrow like precon night or like a limited Bloomburrow commander night would be fun. I think like limit to only those cards or at least that's why I like Brawl is like it's at least limited from the latest sets. You can't go back in time and use everything.
Well, I think that too. I mean, and that's something for the next one. But I really enjoy about Commander. It's a internal format.
Yeah, I do like the you get your cards don't just end up useless. Like that is the best thing about Commander 2. But I like getting new
But
cards and having limited makes interesting tactics and like I don't know. I just think
I do agree with segment like what you're just talking about, and I think if we could play a precons more and not worry about it being upgraded, it would be more funner or some kind of sanction event
yeah, like
on it.
a pre-con tournament would be fun.
Yeah,
That'd be really
yeah.
fun. I think that would be like the most competitive. I think like at least you're on an even playing. I like an even playing. I like an even playing field whenever I'm playing competitive. All right. I don't know. This is my pet peeve with Commander. I don't know how you get an even playing field.
Well, even with precons, you can't
Yeah, you
do
really
it.
can't get an even playing field.
Because there's a good precons and there's some just really just awful precons.
I mean, it
So, I
happens,
mean,
and certain cards that don't just. Certain decks will do better against other decks too. That's just the way it is. I'm fine with that. I just don't
so
know. I don't know. I don't know where I'm getting at.
I know blue and red works good as a deck. You got black and white works good for a deck, and then you got red and green works good for a deck.
I guess this is the one I'm getting at. I'm going to try to collect my thoughts. I don't know. I like, and I know I'm going to get so much hate for this, but I don't care at this point. I don't know. I just don't get why you would want to play Commander competitively. I don't know what. I don't have the gene, I guess, to want to play it competitively. I want to play, so I play Flesh and Blood. I like playing it competitively. I like playing Pauper competitively. I would play Modern competitively. I don't understand playing this 100 card format competitively and not just having fun.
Well, when you're talking too, and that's another gripe for me with Commander is if we're talking competitive format, that's always one-on-one.
Yeah. That's the thing.
And when you're talking about Commander, and nobody, well, we ain't mentioned that, is the politics goes into Commander.
Yeah. That's my favorite thing about Commander. But
yeah, I mean, that's what's
the social and the politics about it is extremely fun. That makes it one of the funnest formats. But I still don't understand. I just don't get. I don't get it. I'm going to end up making a hug deck and just like helping everybody else out besides myself. I think that'll be. See, that would be fun to me. And I know, like, I know I'm not going to win, but then I just buff everybody else and make everybody salty, I guess. I'm gonna make that little hippo deck, I think. the little hippo.
Or you can make a goat deck.
A goat deck? Yeah, I'm making something funny here shortly. I got to. Like it just that's fun to me. That's what Commander's about, is just having fun. To me, I don't get it. Guys, you comment down below and tell me how much you hate me or how much I'm right. I don't know. Yeah, tag Smango, say you're a dumb, idiotic hillbilly from Kentucky. Stay in Kentucky, hillbilly or something. I don't know.
I just like I've got my gripes about Commander, but at the same time, I mean, it's hard to gripe about it because, I do like it.
Yeah.
It just, but I got more I like about it than I do dislike. So, but I think that's everybody.
Yeah.
I think everybody's got some similar mindset on it.
Oh, yeah. But in our next podcast, we'll do the best things we like about Commander. We just know Commander's really popular, and I wanted to crap on it a little bit, take all you Commander guys down a notch or two. I don't know. No.
Get some clickbait going on.
We got to clickbait you a little bit. We got to get some viewers in here. We got to grow AppalachiaTCG. Yeah. We got some big news coming about. Hopefully, we got our community's growing, and something else might be happening in McGoffin County, but we'll save that for later. If it even happens, I don't know. We'll see. But cool things are happening. Opportunity is knocking on the door, and old Smango might jump on the opportunity. So we might see more magic and Flesh and Blood in McGoffin County.
I've been working on my channel and my little short videos.
Yeah. How's that going? Do you tell everybody how that's going? If you guys ain't watching JustTake3, he's making shorts all the time.
I had a good idea with the card of the day, and it's just my favorite cards, and I'm like, there's so many magic cards out there you can't run through them all.
Yeah,
I mean, you just can't, and I've been having fun with them.
Yeah,
but on my channel too, is my cards of the day is a voting system. So like the video and the one card during the month I will make the card of the month on my channel.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the ideal.
That's coming. What day are you going to do that? So I did have the giveaway, guys. On my Twitter all the time, I'm doing giveaways. I just gave away a graded Moonshaker Cavalry from Mana Grading. I'll be sending that out tomorrow. So check on my Twitter at the Smango for giveaways. We're going to do a giveaway a week. I'm telling you right now, I'm giving away stuff. Giving it away. We got to grow this stuff here in Eastern Kentucky. I'm telling you, giveaways all the time. You guys subscribe to both of us. JustTake3. We'll help him do a giveaway. I'm going to do giveaways on Twitter. I'm going to do more giveaways on YouTube. We're going to grow this stuff.
I've been just having fun with my channel,
Yeah.
but I've been I'm trying to get my videos uh, more for newer
Yeah.
players. I mean,
That's the best way
you
to
know,
start out because I mean, technically, we're still learning Commander. So
yeah, I mean,
I don't really want to give Commander tips out because I'm still learning it. I don't know.
but
I'm not the nitpicking nerds. I don't just play Commander. Uh,
well, I look back
and
when
I
me and
haven't.
you started, where you was teaching me how to play, and I would
Mm-hmm.
make the simpler mistakes, like playing a sorcery at the wrong time, like uh, trying to play some card completely wrong, and
Mm-hmm.
I mean, or playing out of turn too, in the improper way turn, you know. So I've been focusing more on my actual how to play video, more about
Yeah.
proper turns and where you could play certain stuff at, and I mean, people won't watch that because I don't know, it's pretty boring. I mean, if you really look at the deep into, it's pretty boring. People want funny videos,
Oh yeah.
but
We need
I
to make some
figure,
more funny stuff when we get a
but I
chance.
figure, I figured just get it out of the way, and then I'll start doing some kind of comedy stuff, with it because it
Yeah,
like the
I like King Luke stuff. He's pretty funny when tap a mana. Oh, you're gonna take. I like that last video he done. Uh, about the green ramping green, then all of a sudden he, the other player plays like something like he's like, oh, I guess I win after he ramped up to like 9 mana in turn 1/2 or something like. It's pretty funny.
but I wouldn't. That's my deal on my channel right now. But I've picked up 6 followers in the last 2 days, 2 to 3 days. So that's pretty good for
Yeah,
me.
that's good. You
I'm
just keep pumping them out. I need to do more shorts. I'm interested in that. What you said about 1500, you can go to the 1500 now. I feel like mine always locks at like 500 around that area or something.
well, I've been
I'm
trying to
not really
do.
tried to do shorts though. I try to do long form content.
It was kind of weird today. I was scheduling some videos that go off like every 2 hours today, and you can only do 3 to 4 schedules
Yeah.
at a time.
Uh,
So that was a little funny. So I just went in and cleared them all out and just published them then.
my next box opening drops Tuesday. I'm trying to space my long form videos out. Uh, but
I,
I got Bloomberg over here to open too. I'll do the box opening of that. I haven't opened a box of Magic in a while. Do you guys want to see that? I don't know. I hate to buy boxes of Magic anymore because I need so many single cards, and I never hit anything in boxes.
I mean, I thought about doing only bundles, to be
Yeah,
truthful. Because
I do like
you buy
bundles.
a
Bundles is
box,
my favorite thing to buy because I feel like I get enough out of it.
I mean, bundles is usually around 40 to $60.
They're about $50 is what they should run.
So I
$49.99 is what
mean,
the MSRP for.
you really sit down and you open up. You get like what 9 packs now, and you can. Oh, no, we want to talk about a gripe right there's a gripe. Whatever happened to the fat pack had the stupid catalog in there where you could see all the copies of the card.
Yeah,
Where did they go?
I don't know.
Where's that little insert went? So that ticks me off too.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm talking about? Them.
Mm-hmm.
It was in the fat packs. It come with a little magazine. You could look at all the cards.
Mm-hmm.
Right? What happened? I
I do
mean,
not know. Um,
they can keep the dice and remake the magazine. I mean,
well, guys, it is. We've been on here for 50 minutes, and it's getting late, and we got work and school in the morning and stuff like that. Be sure to check out. Go ahead. What?
the kid's doctor put them off tomorrow.
Oh yeah, but I got work in the morning.
Yeah,
But
they got that. They got the thing you can't talk about no more.
yeah, you can't mention the word, you'll get blacklisted on YouTube or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
But anyways, guys, check out www.AppalachiaTCG.com. Cool things are happening. You might see a change on the website eventually. Yeah, our community's growing and stuff like that. Check us out. Just Take 3 and the Smango, Magic, Flesh and Blood, box openings, and more.
Yeah.
And follow me over on Twitter at the Smango for those giveaways. Tony, Just Take 3. You got anything else?
I just check me out on the whole YouTube. And even on.
You actually need to change your @ because your @ still says Anthony something.
Yeah, I don't know how to do that. I have to get somebody to show me.
You might have to hit a certain number of followers before you can do it too. I can't remember now. I think it's like 25 or 50 or something like that.
And I'm also uploading all my stuff all my shorts on TikTok.
Okay.
Too.
All right.
So just trying to get more people, and it's probably easier to find on TikTok because it's Just Take 3. Too.
Yeah. But you'll be able to do your YouTube too as Just Take 3.
Yeah.
But you can look for Just Take 3 and it'll pop up. It's just not your @ symbol for some reason.
Well,
yeah, I guess you just ain't got the personalized @ yet.
Well, I done a search on Google, and if you go to the day of the week, or like August, yeah, we're in August, 18th,
yeah,
it's 2024, you will find my videos on YouTube. No, not YouTube, but Google.
Okay.
Because I looked at it because of the card of the day.
Also, if you go to the website, AppalachiaTCG.com, and you go to council and you find Tony's face on there, the link will be to his YouTube channel there too.
Yeah.
So that's linked up there.
That's probably the easiest way.
Just go to the AppalachiaTCG.com, go to council, find Tony's face, click it, it'll take you to his YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Well, guys, that's it for tonight. Let us know how bad you hate us now because we crapped all over Commander. We'll make another video to make it up, I guess, for you Commander lovers out there in the next episode. We'll do that probably Sunday or next Sunday.
I got more about I could say I like and what
yeah.
So, yeah, it'd be a good one, too.
Oh, yeah. We'll see you guys next time on AppalachiaTCG Podcast. Check us out over on Apple, iTunes, Spotify, and all that stuff, too. We'll see you guys in the next one.